Coach, so close yet so far. How do you analyze today's second innings especially?
Yeah, well, last two games, the way we are at least approaching our chase with the bat, glad that we are well connected to our deepest identity, which is fierce competitor. We are showing skills and we are staying courageous. I'm happy about that part. Today's game, small margins, so difficult to analyze right now. But when we sit back and then unfold the whole game, we'll see so many of those one ball battles which we talk about. And in the dressing room, obviously we address this. That little things are the big things. Today, everyone will have to reflect that.
While batting, harder things seems to be easy for us and easier seems to be hard. Even in the last 3 overs, we are 48 runs away. We got the match in our favor and at the end we lost it. Do you think we are not being able to perform in that crunch situations?
I think both the games had a different context, right? I mean, today we had Deepu on strike and he obviously played those first two balls so brilliantly. It comes down to staying absolutely present, understanding the calculation out there, but it's easier said than done. Remember that the bowler who is bowling as well, Mavi himself is very experienced guy, so he was also brave when he bowled that ball. So it all comes down to those someone it's basically a battle between ball and the bat. And this time around, the bowler was brave enough to do something which went in his favor.
About the roles in the team, especially Gulshan has been in and out of the team and has got various roles. Today, it was a bad day for him. He didn't get to perform in any way. But how do you see his involvement in the team and his role?
He's fully involved. I don't know where you guys get these various roles from, frankly. He's got a very simple role. Wherever he's been sent, he goes there and executes his skill. We were very clear about the way we were calculating what the opponents are also doing. It was perfectly placed for him, left arm spinner bowling that last over. He didn't get strike. If he had got strike and then it had come down to that one ball 4 run win or whatever it was, we would have at least taken a dab. But unfortunately he didn't get strike. So his role was very clear. They were bowling off spinners and we had to keep on bringing our right-handers to match them up. And we did that very well till that point.
Bowling wise, we didn't play any spinners last match. It turned out to be, we can say a mistake, but it's a team combination, you would say. But today Lalit was in, he was a bit started well. So how do you see our bowling unit with Avinash going out and coming in and out?
See, everything that we are doing right now, this is purely now about T20 journey, where we are heading towards this World Cup. So we just don't want to depend on only 11. We are trying to build a squad where we have certain skills which will come out in that game. How they present that skill under pressure is what we are looking forward to. Yes, Lalit did wonderfully well today. There are still margins that Lalit also needs to get better at. I don't want to go into those particular margins that we talk about, but he stepped up. He knows that T20 is a lot of pressure. In different phases he was asked to bowl. So not just Lalit, I think even Pratish, the way he was brought in for this specific game. There were a couple of times where we felt that the fielding positions or the field placements, but these are all certain things that we go back to our home and do our homework. Go back to the drawing board and do our homework.
Previously, we used to win these fine margin matches, so there was no any problem in the team. Right now, we are on the other side. Does that hamper the mentality of the players?
Say again, lot of.
We seem to be in the wrong side of the game. So does that hamper the mentality of players?
In regards with the outcome?
Yeah.
You mean the win and
the
wins and
result,
losses?
the end result.
Wins and losses.
Yeah.
So sorry. Look, the reminder in the dressing room is very simple. The more you remember your strength, the more you remain confident. The more you think about opponent's abilities, the more it will bring a bit of doubt, which we don't want. Okay, so the way we executed most of the skills in one ball battles is what we want to remember, the positive ones. And from there, the growth comes. Winning and losing is going to be part of it. We knew very clearly that the way we got a lot of wins last year, we were not attached to those victories as well. We went actually beyond that. We went beyond that even in victories. What were we trying to learn there too? And how do we grow, just not personally, but as a team. So this was something which we were looking forward to. Not that we want to lose the game, but when you put in an effort, an opponent also come up with a plan and they cross the line, you have to take some learnings from there too. As good as that.
One last question. It doesn't seem going right for Kusal. One bad pass, or are we giving him more time?
Who?
Kusal. to be.
Phil Bartoli is a class player, man. I mean, 2 games ago, he was the one who was fighting out there for us. When you get out early, that's going to happen. Best of the players, world-class players, gets out on first couple of balls. You just don't give up on them. You know? When he is on song, we know what he does. Simple as that. Yes.
Obviously we've lost both matches, and those are the what
It
teams
is the
we'll
fact.
be playing against. With final, it looks difficult to get to the final. With fans disappointed as well. Will you be looking to experiment and get sort of the right orders in place and get the right combinations, or will you go for the the better
Sometimes you'll question me. We experiment too much. Now you are asking me, will we be experimenting? So I don't know. I don't know what to say here. But we are not out of the finals yet. You remember that we were very close in both games. For us, right now, the most important thing is everyone who's given the role, they deep dive into the role and go there to get the win for the team. That's the mentality. First you win the one ball, then you win that over, then you win the phase, and then you win the game. At the moment, the focus will be only on the next game. Okay? Very धन्यवाद.